there, but he's shaking his head. He's amping himself up.
Oh yeah, he's always listening to good tunes in bracket. I noticed. I hope he's got a bit of Chad Kroger in his playlist there. I'd be a big fan of that. But
he'd be my hero if he did.
Oh yeah. But let's see just how big of a hero he can be. He's the underdog in this set for sure. But Mr. is also something of an underdog himself, you know, and like, it's really nice to see these guys in the loser semi against each other.
Yeah. Doing quite well, especially as you said, two underdogs, right?
Yes, definitely. Like, I'm happy no matter the outcome of this set. And right now, as I believe you mentioned that it was Min Min who was Gunner's worst matchup. Was that correct, Magic?
Yeah.
Wario, excuse me. I don't know anyone named Magic, but I do know that the matchup here is looking pretty rough, so far for Mr.
It really started off with so many projectiles on the side there, Spider-Man. You know, like literally just nonstop. Like Alibi knows you got to play lame for this matchup. We might be here a long time, Spider-Man. No, what happened?
It's those SDs, man. They get to you. Like, you got to be careful, you know. It's a shame that Alibi had to go out like that. But Min Min, you know, plowing through the projectiles with was it the Dragon Arm? Or what's the official name for it?
It's got to be the I thought it's the Dragon. I think it's Dragon Arm. I don't honestly know. I know we got Megawatt and the Chakram for the other two.
That's right. But, yes, as you were saying before the set, it really is showing just how rough of a matchup this is for Gunner. If we see the Snake, I would be very shocked to see the Snake after this. I think we might just be a pure Min Min set here, unless Alibi, you know, turns up the heat and gets Mr. Sweating.
Nice. Okay, speaking of turn up that heat and sweating there, he did get the forward air into the side B setup. That was actually pretty cool, having that delayed missile.
Yeah, that edge guard is definitely a good way to establish some mental dominance there. Be like, hey, you think you're safe off stage? I'm happy to follow you out there, and I can recover pretty nicely. Alibi, we were talking about this upstairs before top 4 started. Alibi's like the one guy who recovers high almost all the time and never gets punished for it.
Yeah, honestly, Lethal Pop was mentioning, well, right there, okay, that's a punish, but that up B, the recovery, it's just so lagless, but that was a very high recovery. Like, it wasn't even close to the stage, so that was going to be a free punish if Mr. was expecting it there.
Plus, it was his second recovery in a row. Mr. likely had it on the brain, so he was expecting it. You know, Spider Sense was tingling. He went up there and he got the nice kick up the foot there, up the face rather. But
honestly, the Spidey Sense is tingling. Oh no, they were tingling it again there. We could see it there, that up smash connecting.
I bet you good old Sans felt that in his back right there, you know.
Yeah, and I have noticed here, Spider-Man, a couple of the times where, you know, Alibi's just trying to get some off-stage pressure. Min Min does that double punch in the air before up being, and that's just clinking all these projectiles, even off stage, which is like one of the best times for Gunner to go and, you know, get that ridiculously early kill.
Yeah, she's really like shutting down all of Gunner's options here because, well, as we've established many times now, this is just quite possibly Gunner's worst matchup, but it's really showing, as you said. Stuffing out all these edge guard attempts, making it back for free. But one thing, no matter the matchup, you're not getting around that Gunner ledge trapping so easily. Beautiful masterwork there from Alibi, closing out Mr. Second Stop.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
What a perfect setup there. And that, Okay, I was going to say that one F smash missed, but the second one there. Gotta love those two chances on Min Min. Looking kind of rough here, not even actually relying on the Chakram. I thought Mr. would be using it a little bit in this set, but just opting to stick with the Dragon and Megawatt all set, or game so far. Oh my gosh.
Seems to be the optimal tool in the matchup. You know, like sometimes characters, they have a lot of tools at their disposal, but there are certain ones that just shine in particular matchups. An up smash, for example, is doing wonders because it's catching a lot of Alibi's unsafe landings. But not to mention it's a reflector, you know?
We haven't even seen that come into play, Spider-Man, but I was just thinking that's an extra part to that move that Mr. can just kind of manipulate whenever he wants there.
Yeah, it especially shuts down like any long-range fighting from Alibi there because it gives him plenty of time to not just, you know, react, but also charge up and get that extra damage on the reflected projectiles. Alibi definitely has to look out for that there.
Explosive start there. Not even from the Gunner with all the explosives, though, from the Min Min. And we are going to stick to the two characters here. I really don't think Alibi's ever going to switch off the Gunner, but I know he had a pocket Captain Falcon back in the day. That could be pretty good against the Snake and the Min Min. It's not a terrible choice.
I think Alibi is a solo ride or die Gunner matchup, to tell you the truth. I have not seen, I mean, I don't I'm going to stop talking. He just killed him in 10 seconds flat.
Yeah, that was perfect. I was kind of thinking as well, these projectiles aren't necessarily working, but the Nair and the down B, those are two other gimping specialties that Gunner does have that can, you know, kind of take a better advantage stake here off stage there, considering Min Min's really keeping up with it well. And we saw one Nair. It was good enough. You get that jump.
ever since you said that, Magic, I've seen Alibi hit nothing but nairs for the last minute or so. Just ever since this Mr. Second Stock started here. Like, I guess there are certain matchups where, you know, you may be a zoner, like, at your core, but some matchups force you to play up close and aggressive.
Yeah.
And so far, that's working out for Alibi this set, or this game here.
It is really. Even there, both F smashes coming out of, or missing narrowly for Mr. there, and the punishes aren't really too strong, you know? It's just going to be one smash attack from this Min. Unlike Alibi there, going for grab combos, going for those stocks. Oh my gosh. That would have taken the stock if it just didn't narrowly miss there. That range just barely lost.
Yeah, beautiful spacing there from Mr. just to stay right out of the threat range. And look at that. He turned it around. He got the next stock. He's still down quite a bit percentage-wise, but, you know, this matchup, we've said it many times tonight, Magic. It is very doable for Mr. to bring this back. Oh, I jinxed him again. Oh my god, commentator's curse. I'm sorry.
Spider-Man, you're stopping Min from slinging her webs and grabbing the ledge there. You can see.
I guess my commentary is both my gift and my curse, you know? Oh. I'm so sorry, Min. Mr., I owe you, my friend.
Mr. Min. That's
Minster.
Just... Minster. Oh, okay. These names are just flying out. I'm loving them all. And sticking with just, look at F-tilt, F-smash, got a back throw. We haven't seen a single grab from Min all set, so that'll be nice to see that powered up dragon arm.
Oh yeah, that's how it activates, right? You got the throw?
Yeah,
is
you
it
have
just
to throw.
The back throw specifically?
Any throw does it.
Okay.
Just like in ARMS, although I didn't actually know that in ARMS until I played this game, which is hilarious. My god, no wonder I lost so much in ARMS.
Magic, my friend, I do believe you're the only person I know who's ever played that game. No disrespect, but it looks so weird, you know?
Yeah.
No appeal whatsoever. That a lot of the characters were really strange, appealing to some very odd communities on the internet. So I'd rather not talk about this.
If anything, they just needed custom controls at launch, but no. They decided to not make the game accessible. Oh my gosh, I don't know why they did that. But you know what? This game, great game. Great custom controls. It's clearly paying off for the Mr. here. Oh, that pivot grab. It would have been a great start there.
Alibi did start out with a very impressive start, and now Min has brought it back. It is very close. Anyone's game. I'd wager, if anything, Mr.'s more likely to take this game between the two of them. Just because of how well he's playing neutral. Unfortunately, backing himself into the corner there, setting himself up for a beautiful edge guard. Okay, you know what? Whenever I say the opposite, it's just going to happen there, right? So,
yeah, the Spidey senses, maybe they're not in your control right now. They're just tingling like crazy for the death of Mr.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. You know, I should, for all intents and purposes, be cheering for him, even though I don't want to be biased on commentary. But Mr. asked me for my autograph earlier tonight. I was humbled, you know? It was very honoring, and I appreciate it a ton. You all should check out Mr. You know, he's just such a fantastic, talented player.
Yeah, Mr. Fluffy Snake on Twitter.
That's right. Give him a follow. I know I did.
Oh, I did. I'm a big fan. I'm glad he came out. He said he's been practicing a lot of Melee, and for some reason, it transferred over to this game and is helping him today. I'm sure you can still get some good neutral mindsets and just concepts in general, you know, for exchanges and whatnot. Kind of transfers over. Not a lot, but some of them. Those mechanics, though, are quite different.
Oh. Yeah, the core smash fundamentals are going to carry over between entries for sure, but each one, you know, they have their little idiosyncrasies that separate them, because otherwise, you know, you'd just be running Melee.
Yep,
but
exactly.
No, this is Ultimate. This is the Nintendo Switch Smashy Bros, and I'm a big fan of it, much as I'm a big fan of Mr. here, setting up some pretty lethal ledge traps here for Alibi to play around.
Yeah, I think the Chakram, I really do think Mr. should try to incorporate a little bit. Just the Megawatt is great, but it's just so slow, you know? Like, he's having a lot of conditioning setups where he's catching that high recovery, but he's just not able to connect. Oh, wow, that laser went so far.
Yeah, good stuff on Mr.'s part there. As you said, Magic, you know, how he's always using his arms to punch as he's recovering to stage. You know, he's not letting Alibi get any free edge guards, save for the last kill of last game, of course. But
yes.
He's always putting up a fight, you know, setting up those reversals and making his way back, and now look at him. He's sitting comfortably tied with Alibi now. Anyone's game here. Anyone's stock, rather, because we still got 3 whole stocks to play with on both their parts. Let's see, are we going to... It's not even going to spot dodge. I was surprised Minimum's grab could even punish that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was going to allow an up smash to connect, but I guess the shield push was just a little bit too far, and that must have been some incredible mash from Alibi, because that's really high percent.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
There it is. The reflected projectile going back in Alibi's face. He's got to switch to the more aggressive approach, especially now that he's losing.
No, I completely agree, Spider-Man. And we saw a couple up smash attempts coming out there. Oh, 2 grabs that are going to miss, but the back air. Now, Min's swinging too much, and that's a free opportunity there for that Alibi.
Yeah, not giving Min a chance to run away there, you know? He is just all up in his face, and now he's retreating. You know, he knows when to play it safe. He knows when to hold him and knows when to fold him, you know? He's going in close, trying to get the punish. He probably was anticipating a jump out of shield there. That's why he up tilted.
Yeah, and it even looked like Alibi was trying to bait Mr. there with the missile. We got a little reflect. He jumped out of the way, started charging his neutral B there. Didn't connect, but maybe down the line, you know? Especially at that higher percent when he needs that stage control. It could be a little bait opportunity there.
You said it perfectly there, Magic. Like, Alibi is just struggling now trying to get back. Mr.
Oh, God.
He's got a pretty healthy lead that Alibi, you know, has no answer to at the moment. Trying to set up a ledge trap and just getting absolutely snuffed out. It's looking really rough for the Meat Gunner at the moment. I see that, though, and now Alibi's fighting his way back to center stage. I must have some kind of, like, you know, just curse on both these players, but Min, Mr., you know, he's just taking the next stock already. Alibi making his way off stage now. Gonna miss the edge guard. Mr.
Oh my God.
Way too greedy there, you know?
Yeah, that was, I mean, I don't even think that would have killed if it hit.
I think he was just trying to bank on a GIMP because, you know, I think Alibi did not have his jump there, so he was probably hoping it would be a little too low for the up B to make it back, but...
It was at 0.
Yeah, so very unlikely.
Meat Gunner up B is kind of crazy.
It is quite cracked, if I do say so myself, you know?
Makes for a good set, though. You know, Mr. throwing that in there, spicing it up. Totally throwing off our spidey senses over here, I'd say, because I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, sure as Mr. Osborne definitely didn't see his glider missing me and going right into his don't want to finish that sentence, much like how Alibi definitely doesn't want to finish this game on the losing side of things. He wants that answer. He wants that in. He wants to get in Min's face, but he's just getting snuffed out. Mr. knows what he's doing. He's cooking with the sauce, the tomato sauce, Magic.
He definitely is, and he's cooking with a lot of dragon lasers. They're really coming in clutch because the range is just so ridiculous. It's actually beating so many things in Alibi's moveset.
It's eating up those projectiles, you know, and he just cannot find an answer. The grenades coming out now, the missile as well. Gonna actually get the punish on the laggy F smash, so good stuff there from Alibi.
Yeah, it did allow him to get back on stage here. Mr. just, you know, walking there, swinging those arms there. He is just having a huge wall of hitboxes there. Wow, that was a great attempt flying off with the forward air, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, wow, that actually low profiled.
It's unreal.
The F smash made Min go down lower and that missile miss, but that up tilt.
Beautiful reaction there from Alibi. You know, ledge rolling is super, super punishable in this game. So many people get away with it for free, but it's so reactable and there's so much lag. Alibi knew this and he had the time to just run up and get the up tilt in. Going up 2-1 in this here's loser semi.
No, very true. And same bans I heard from Alibi there, so not sure what those bans were, but clearly they're paying off.
It's possible we might just see it.
Thank you! Small Battlefield, Smashville, and Hollow Bastion. Oh, surprising.
Hollow Bastion, is it not Alibi's favorite stage?
Or maybe not.
Well,
I mean, maybe that's Cap.
Really
maybe that's
on,
Magic Cap right there. But yeah, I know he's great on that stage, and he picks it all the time against me, and it always pays off, so...
Well, he definitely wants different things in different matchups, Magic, you know? And this matchup in particular, I don't imagine Hollow Bastion actually being too good because Min with her arms could probably cover pretty much the entire stage.
I was kind of just thinking that. The bans, I think, are about that horizontal distance. He really wants to have more distance to just kind of run around, play his footsies game, because you need that space against Min especially.
If nothing else, you just need some room to breathe, you know?
Yeah.
This Noodle Girl, she's just always in your face, whether she's close by or not because of how long her arms are. But recognizing this, Alibi is opting to always just leave the big stages open there. And that leads to entire sets being played out on PS2 like this.
Especially with such a slow startup on the missile. You know, it's gotten a couple stocks. It's actually created tons of pressure that allows Alibi to get back on stage. And you're not going to have that set up on something like Smashville, you know? It's just going to be way, way, way too close.
It's way too chaotic, you know? Not enough room to breathe, not enough room to play around. But as you said that, though, Magic, about Alibi on ledge, his recovery there was beautiful, narrowly avoiding all of Min's arms and getting a nice low recovery, but sadly, or benefiting Mr., of course, getting that 2-frame down tilt. And now he's got Alibi airborne. Alibi making it back with that high up B, of course. His signature, if you ask me. Yeah,
as you mentioned earlier in this set, oh my gosh, that roll went right through the double arms. That was so critical there. I'm so surprised he called it out.
Yeah, and Alibi going absolutely crazy.
Damn. It's like a makeshift morph ball set up there, you know? It's just so many explosive hitbox going off. Min definitely someone who kind of struggles with, you know, just a colossal kind of explosive hitbox, you know, set up there. Not going to be able to jump and land with anything but that nair, really.
Yeah, it's a battle of nairs right now as these two players keep jumping in on each other. They got similar looking ones. Yeah, just The circular arcs coming out there. But now we're playing the long-range game again, something both these characters are known for. It's just really interesting to see how one of them completely shuts down the other in terms of all these little micro-interactions in neutral. Like, look, the arms just eating up all of Alibi's projectiles. It's absolutely brutal.
It really was their Spider-Man, and honestly, kudos to Alibi for not switching characters. As we said, this clearly you can tell yourself from watching, it's such a not optimal matchup for me Gunner, and he's really making it work with that game lead. Still at a % lead. Could go away though at this rate with Mister's kind of spacing and just constant hitboxes.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be very difficult for our friend here to maintain. So let's see what he can do. He's definitely got the right idea. Just staying out of Minmin's threat range. You know, you'll notice a lot of her attacks mainly hit horizontally. So Alibi, he's staying out like that angle above her, like direction, diagonally upward. Excuse me.
Oh, I've seen that before. I've seen a couple people on Twitter talking about coming in from that, I guess, you know, like 2 or 3 o'clock angle if you're looking at a regular clock there.
I think a 2 o'clock angle is the perfect way of describing it. You know, Minmin's only real option to fight you there is either an up smash or just simply air-to-air you with a nair or something. So yeah. I definitely like what Alibi's doing. It's a really great adaptation that not many people know about, because that's how you fall into this trap, thinking Minmin's broken, there's nothing you can do. Granted, she is broken, but there is counterplay.
There is. I think I saw Serenity, honestly, post that once. A very popular Min main from Ontario, quite a good player, and shout out to Serenity there. But one thing I've noticed, Alibi is missing every single one of the F smash on ledge there. He has not been getting that sweet spot. Really, really benefiting Mister, of course, giving him that chance to get back up, because that is a really laggy move if you're going to miss it.
Oh yeah, perhaps one could speculate that just Min as a character, I don't know if it's her hurt box or something, or just maybe Mister's knowledge of the Mii Gunner matchup, granting him the ability to just simply avoid all these Mii Gunner F smashes from Alibi Magic. Wario. God, I don't know why I keep calling you Magic. You look nothing like that guy, you know?
I heard he really likes Wario Land 4, so I think that could be the misconception happening here.
Oh, yeah, you know.
Oh, once again, that F smash is not going to work, and now we got the Dragon Arm. Oh, and he switched to the Chalk Room.
Now that right there, that is nothing about the matchup. That's just simply Mister being a good player and knowing exactly when to get up and avoid that hitbox.
True.
And look at that, the aggressive return to stage there with that beautiful Dragon Arm coming out, giving Mister a little more fighting prowess. As you can see, he's now opting to jump more before throwing out these big horizontal punches, because he knows about Alibi's counterplay, but not enough. And we're getting a little pop-off there from Alibi. Taking it 3-1 over Mister, moving out the loser's final side. Mind blown.
Yeah, I didn't know Sans